How was Thailand there? Was it good?
Thailand was good. I also took a trip to Thailand as well because it was technically our honeymoon.
After all this time.
This has been like the most anticipated honeymoon of all time.
Yeah, right?
Oh yeah, I mean,
The generations have been hearing about
yeah, I mean, it's been like 2 years and just never had a chance to do it because of scheduling, basically. Because you know we got married and we had like a mini moon where we went to Bath, but love Bath. It's a great little town, but at the same time, it's fucking Bath. You know, it's.
The
Damn.
strat seems to be keep having mini moons and it's been like, we'll do it someday.
Yeah.
So we got married, had a weekend in Bath, which was a good little break mini moon, but it was only like a weekend. And the reason we did that was because we had to fly to LA, literally like the day after or something like that. So we wanted to celebrate sometime, but so we were like, oh, well, we'll have a honeymoon.
That was the entree before the main course.
Yeah, exactly. We'll have a honeymoon someday. And then we just never had like a good 2 weeks where I was like comfortable being like, all right, I don't have trash taste. I am ahead on videos. I am ahead on my main channel. I can take these 2 weeks off. And that just never happened for 2 fucking years. And another reason was as well, I don't know why, but just the pressure of booking a honeymoon. You know what I mean? It's like the honey. Where do you choose? Where the fuck do you choose? So we were like, oh, we're gonna go somewhere we've never been before. You know, maybe we're gonna try somewhere in Europe, maybe Iceland, maybe, you know, and then
but we got to make sure it's like a great experience.
Exactly.
You don't want to like risk it with like a potentially shitty place.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
We want to go somewhere new, experience somewhere new, but it's got to be the honeymoon. You know, it's got to be somewhere at least a bit more luxurious than just, you know, a standard trip or something. We want to do something to treat ourselves, and there was just so many different factors that I just kept pushing it on and on and on until I was like, honey, fuck it. Let's just go somewhere we know, like Thailand.
I know a place.
Honey, I don't know if you know this, but I think I know a place. I know a place, and I think we're going to like it, and I think we can have an opportunity to treat ourselves and do some things we've never done before. So we ended up going to some of the islands in Thailand and just having like a week and a half just to ourselves. Some days going out and basically exploring some of the more beautiful sides of the Thai islands. I went snorkeling for the first time.
Oh,
How was that?
It's so fun, man.
Yeah, right.
Was the water like super clear and blue?
We were really lucky on the day because so we ended up going to Thailand, unfortunately, during like one of the worst heat waves in like the history of like Asia.
That sounds bad.
Which was,
I mean, how hot are we talking?
bad, like 40 degrees Celsius in 100% humidity. It was bad. It was bad.
Not fun.
Yikes.
But it wasn't as bad on the coastline and on the islands.
Yeah, at least you get the
like
sea
that.
breeze, right?
Yeah. But so we went snorkeling on the first 2 days, which was pretty damn hot. But thanks to that, the water was very, very clear. And I think I got like a baby version because of snorkeling, because they were like, okay, we can go for like a bit more adventurous, or we can just you know, stay on the coastline a little bit more and not have anything dangerous and just stay near the boat. And I was like, I want the easy version. I don't know. I still fear the ocean. I'm still fucking terrified of the ocean. Give me the baby version. But have you guys ever been snorkeling before at all?
Yeah, I love snorkeling.
Of course you have in Australia. Yeah.
Like every weekend I used to go.
Yeah, like every weekend. And
I've done it in some real fucking nasty waters, like real dirty, gross.
Oh, really?
Like where?
Like lakes.
You can snorkel. Is this in the UK?
Yeah, you can snorkel anywhere.
You can snorkel as long as the water's deep enough.
You want to snorkel in the UK? Do people do that? I have never heard of anyone snorkeling in the UK.
No, I mean,
There's loads of, if you go to any seaside town, they always sell those budget like snorkeling kits.
What can you see?
Nothing.
It's just mud.
Nothing. I also did a lot of pool snorkeling.
What the fuck is pool snorkeling?
Snorkeling in a pool.
instead of goggles in a pool, you just wear a
Snorkel.
snorkel, and then you
And the
see the
flippers.
bottom of the pool.
I
What the
just 'cause
fuck can you see? The piece of shit, just like that
kinda-
10-year-old.
you know, as
dropped.
as a kid who really enjoyed swimming, being able to put the flippers on was kind of like fucking cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
could not get used to the flippers.
What? They're so fun because you just go fast.
Yeah, you feel like a mermaid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you get older because you get the big flippers, bro. It's so cool.
And then when you learn to like kind of do like shallow
Yeah.
dives as well, like holding
Yeah.
your breath and like kind of doing the dolphin kicks, bro.
Yeah, I see. I never learned any of that stuff. So
Yeah.
I was like, I find it. I was like, every time our instructor was, because I had to have like a life jacket on because they were like, if you're a beginner, here's a life jacket.
Yeah.
oh wait, you had to snorkel with a life jacket on?
No, just having a life jacket with us.
Oh right, yeah. Of course.
yeah. So what we were allowed to do
I was gonna
was
say, how do you go underwater with a
no, yeah.
Your face is like,
yeah,
yeah.
like damn, this is so immersive.
So what they gave us was a life jacket that we could hold while swimming around, and if we wanted to dive
Oh,
deep,
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
then we have the life jacket on top and we dive down just in case. The life jacket says
Right.
to any boats, hey, there's going to be if in case there is someone underneath here, just in case.
Yeah.
But that was required. But I could not for the life of me figure out how to dive down deep with these flippers on. I just could not get used to
Really?
them. Yeah, because I don't know. What's like the right technique? Are you meant to
I don't
like
know,
just...
it's one of those things I never really thought about. Just
I
kinda do it.
I basically just go head in,
swim
and
normally,
then the
yeah.
moment I can feel that like at least a part of my flippers is under the water surface, then I kind of just start doing
Yeah,
dolphin
because you
kicks.
pull
Yeah.
yourself under with your arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just start like fucking going for it.
Yeah, because I didn't want to, because I was afraid of like, okay, one, I was afraid of going too near to the coral. So I didn't
You
want to
can
like,
hurt yourself. On
yeah, you can definitely hurt yourself with the coral, but just,
Sharp, right?
very sharp.
yeah, I mean, I do hate this thought, but it was like the first time I went underneath and just saw all the fish and all like the sea life just
so sick.
swimming around me. It's sick, but then also I hate myself that my first thought was, this is just like Subnautica.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
And it is pretty accurate, actually.
I mean, true, but
I
Yeah.
remember I used to do it in a lake, and I really hated it because I couldn't see the floor,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
sometimes I would keep paddling, and I would just slam my head into the fucking ground.
oh god,
But I would put my hands out, and I would get my hand caught in all the like gross like bottom seaweed.
Yeah.
you're slimy.
Yeah, and then I remember like one time I don't know why, I was just fucking such a stupid kid. I was
Yeah.
just grabbing all the shit off the floor, and like a fucking fish just flew out of it and like hit me in my shoulder. Like, it scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
But also I hate how when you go like pretty deep, I really couldn't get used to the pressure on my head.
No, I didn't go that deep, to be fair. I mostly stayed, I dove a little bit, and then I never went too deep right on like the sea floor or anything like that.
I'd be like paddling, you know that Akira meme where his head is like, yeah. I'd be doing that while I'm going down, like, oh, fuck, this hurts. I don't know how people get used to it. It hurts so fucking much.
I mean,
Maybe
I think
maybe
the
got a big head.
deepest I've been was like 10 or so meters.
Without like an oxygen tank, just straight up.
Yeah, well,
10
was
hurts a lot.
I was
man.
doing like the astronaut helmet, like
Oh,
walking.
well, that
Okay.
won't hurt your head.
Yeah.
I mean, it's my head that hurts.
No, it will though, because you still have to get used to it, because the inside of the helmet is the same pressure. So
Oh, is it
you
really?
still
Right.
feel, you still have to like,
Wait, is it
open
not-
up your ears and stuff like that.
Is it not pressurized to the? I actually don't know how this works.
It's
I'm pretty-
don't know how
you
it
have to
works.
gradually fall down so that your ears, you can get your ears to pressurize.
Oh, wait, does
as
the
you go
oxygen
down.
not pressurize to?
I don't think so. At least the
it
one I
really?
did
How
in
does
the
that
Philippines didn't. Yeah.
I don't know. Wait, no. I don't know actually.
I don't know.
I don't know how this works.
Yeah.
Either way,
Yeah.
it fucking hurts your head when you dive too deep.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I mean, it was just cool seeing all the different fishes. I'd never seen this many fish in my life, because I'm so used to being terrified of the ocean, because sometimes you dive in and you feel something at the feet.
Oh fuck! I hate
And I'm not used, like, I'm used to just not having water clear enough to see anything below me.
Yeah.
And that's when I get fucking terrified.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I wouldn't mind if I can see it.
Mhm.
I'd be like, all right, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But whatever. But knowing that anything could be there freaks me out.
Not knowing what it is.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just step on a jellyfish and just have the worst pain of my life in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm just like praying.
Have you ever stepped on a jellyfish before?
No, I'm terrified of it though, because it just sounds so bad.
Yeah, I'm fucking terrified of that as well.
I've been stung by one. Yeah,
I've just heard the pain is excruciating.
Did you get a mate to piss on it?
He just did that anyway.
You had to think about that. You had to think about that.
He just kept asking me to do it.
The first time, yes.
The first time, yeah.
Yeah, and then the second time I didn't because I learned from the first time that it doesn't do shit.
I just don't got a full tank ready to go. Like if you were freaking out, I don't think I could perform. I think I'd be like, try him. I think it'd be
like
really
you're in
awful.
excruciating pain. It's just like I have stage fright.
No, as in like me, the pisser. If I was the pisser, I feel like I just don't think I could piss on demand.
No, I couldn't.
If I need to piss, especially if I'm in the ocean.
Also, it doesn't.
I probably pissed like 4 times.
Yeah. Also, it doesn't do shit, so it doesn't even matter anyway. But yeah, it's
like
a terrible pain.
It's like the shaking a Polaroid picture levels of advice. It's like everyone knows by now it doesn't help, but some people are like
Outcast lied to us, man. You're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we basically just were allowed to go island hopping as well. So, so we had a whole boat to ourselves, and they were like, "Where do you want to go? Do you want like a guided tour, or sometimes we'd see
point to an island? We'll
yeah. Or if you point a general direction, point to an island, and then we can go explore that." And that was I don't know that was
it's kind of neat.
That was fucking cool, and I finally I learned kind of how a sail works as well, which I don't know. I guess like I had, we had an engine, but we had a sail as well. And I was just like, the wind's going not the direction that we're going. And I didn't know, like my little baby brain was just like, okay, well, how does sails work if the wind isn't going kind of like the direction that you're going in?
Like, this is not how it worked in Wind Waker.
Yeah, that's not how it works in Wind Waker. You had to literally change the direction of the wind. Yeah. And I probably should have known this from like ages ago, but, ask the sailors, so how the hell...
Zigzag. They zigzag normally, right? Don't they?
No.
Well, in his case, he had an engine.
Oh, it was an engine.
No, it was an engine, but we had a sail as well. Yeah. And for a lot of the times, unless we were going directly against the wind, we'd have the sail, give us some extra propulsion. Yeah. But actually, the boats would go faster. The boat will go faster if the wind is not going directly behind you.
Yeah.
It's
really? Yeah, it's when, so you angle the sail so that the sail creates a different pressure between like the angle of the wind that will create lift in a a directional, like in one direction that is not forward, and the rudder at the bottom will create lift, or with the water resistance will create lift in the opposite direction. So you go
kind of cancels each other.
Yeah, so they cancel each other out, and you go forward. I was like, oh, that's interesting. So it doesn't. So unless you are going directly against the winds, you can use a sail to, you can use a sail with the wind going in most directions to propel yourself in a completely different direction forward. Which I didn't know that.
When I was sailing, you could go into the wind, but you'd have to zigzag.
Oh,
so if the wind's coming this way, you'd have to go like 45 degrees.
Yeah.
And then turn 45 degrees.
Right.
And so you kind of have to like do that. Obviously, you do it for quite long stretches. It's not like you're always doing it, because obviously turning is a fucking pain in the ass. Did you have to was it a sail where you had to like duck under it, or?
No.
Okay.
It was like,
it kept fucking hitting my head when I used to do it. It's so annoying. That's probably why I'm like this now.
How many brain cells have you lost?
Yeah,
hitting your head on a sail.
Well, because you sit down, and when you're sitting down, it's head level.
Yeah.
So you'd have to like lean back,
yeah,
underneath it, quickly just run to the other side, and then sail into it.
Yeah,
I love sailing. Sailing was so fun.
Yeah, it gave me an appreciation of just the kind of like the sea life and the sailor life.
Yeah.
Because you look one direction and there is just fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Ocean as far as you can see.
Take that, flat earthers.
Yeah. And then you just imagine the excitement of just, you're going to sea or something. You're at sea for a while. You just see a piece of land and you're just like, let's go fucking check that out. Yeah. What's on that piece of land? What's around there?
This is just like one piece. I feel like a pirate.
This is how the straw
hats must feel.
People were insane sailors back in there. Imagine like navigating the world by just a compass. That's fucked.
It's not even a compass.
A
Imagine,
sextant.
imagine navigating the world using the position of the stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, because they were telling me we can't do it, but you know, we know some sailors who can have memorized the positions of the stars, and obviously like you can tell by the time of day it is as well, and you know, some people are able to navigate using the North Star and their knowledge of like the constellations and shit like that. And I'm like, that's fucking insane.
That's crazy.
That is absolutely insane.
It's built different.
And here I am. I can't remember the same road that I've turned off 500 fucking times after these Google Maps.
And here we are in this generation where kids have memorized every Mr. Beast thumbnail. We are not the same.
Real shit.
Real shit.
But that's still nowhere. Like, I'm still terrified of the ocean. I remember there's one point where they stopped us in the middle of the ocean. They checked. Number one, I was like, is there anything dangerous around in these waters? And he's like, oh, no. There's nothing too dangerous. And so he was like, oh, do you want to dive in this, in the ocean? I was like, cool, that sounds cool. And he's like, okay, just a moment. I just got to check if there's any jellyfish around. And I was like, thought you said it wasn't anything dangerous in the ocean. And he's just like, oh, no. These kinds of jellyfish, they probably won't kill you. It'll just hurt a lot. So,
well, he was technically correct. He was just avoiding severe pain.
It's like, it's not going to kill you. Stop being a pussy.
It's like, what is the level
Stop
of
being a
like,
little bitch.
in
the water.
Oh, no, you don't understand. I'm British. Anything that causes pain to me is a higher level of danger than anything you guys are used to. But yeah, I remember we stopped in the middle of the ocean, and he was like, okay, do you wanna jump? And I was like, can I say no? Can I say no?
Like, nope.
So they had this entire thing where you have like the proper pirate experience where they had like an entire plank, and the ship was a pretty big ship. It was like 2 stories. And just imagine what the fucking pirates felt, where you had a ship, it's the open ocean, I can't see shit, and anything could be in the water, fucking jellyfish. Said there might be baby sharks around as well, which apparently aren't dangerous, but
fuck, I'm so upset that was the first thing I thought of.
Yeah, but he was like, all right, do a jump. And I was like, do a flip, do a flip. And he was like, do a pose for the camera as well. And so I go out first, and I'm on the plank. And so I turn around, I look down, and I was like, I don't know, this is a ship, but that looks a lot higher than what I'm used to. But I was like, Olympic divers, they dive from like much further heights. It's whatever.
Yeah.
And so I turn around, and Sydney's like, go on, you pussy. Go on, fucking do it. Go
on. My lord.
What, you're not going to get a picture for our honeymoon? Go on, do it. And so I was like, all right, 3, 2, 1. I jump, I turn around, and I try to do like a fucking pose like that. So as I'm doing this pose, I didn't realize I shifted my center of gravity. I start spinning, and I was like, okay, I should correct myself.
Oh no.
As I'm correcting myself, I in some moments you are stuck in 2 minds. So I'm starting to swivel, right? So I'm like, do I try to go head first, or should I try to go against the momentum and just try to pencil it?
Oh no.
And being stuck in 2 minds, what ends up happening is I try to do both at the same time and realize that was a massive mistake. And before I could correct myself, I just have the biggest fucking belly flop in my life.
That must have fucking hurt.
Yeah. I felt like I got hit by a truck.
Well, especially concrete at that point.
Yeah. And I think that was the biggest belly flop I've had in my life. I've done it in pools before, right? But not from like a massive ship. Mind you, I'm also in the middle of the ocean as well. So I just luckily it hurt as hell. I find my.
God, I would have paid to see that.
Did you catch it on video or
Huh?
picture?
I got it. We have a picture of it, but we didn't. He didn't film the whole entire video.
Damn.
Swim back to the boat. The guy brings me back up with the biggest smile on his face, and he goes, "Do you want to go again?" And I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to jump again."
It's like you just ate shit,
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh my lord.
I would have paid to see that footage.
But did that. Went deep sea fishing as well, which was fucking cool.
Damn, you're
And-
checking off everything.
Yeah, I mean, when you have
True
like,
maritime, man.
Yeah.
when you have just a boat, when you have a boat, I was like, I want to do all the cool shit at sea.
Yeah, for sure.
And that was fucking
Great
cool.
honeymoon then.
Yeah, good honeymoon.
Right on.